Good morning and welcome back to Cold Waters. I'm Captain Numpty or David Steele, and here's me boat. We're back in the HMS Superb S109, and we're on our way back to base. We're almost out of weapons. We had a few hours back on station after we dispatched a lone SSBN ballistic missile submarine. So HQ sent us back to base, and we've been traversing southwest south. Decided we would just we got a little bit of an unusual sensor blip, I suppose you might say, on the sonar, and so slowed right down and double backed on myself, and look what we have here. We've got a Charlie 1 cruise missile submarine, and I got a nasty feeling that these...
Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
We don't believe that...
Con sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as submerged submarine.
That the Soviets are going to be traveling alone, not the cruise missile boats. And so right now we look like we've identified 3 of them. Now that's all fine, but where's the escort? Because we suspect that there'll be an escort here as well. And it gives us a couple of problems. I mean, problem number 1 is there are 3 Soviet boats not that far off from HMS Clyde, which is where we're heading. HMS Clyde is the Royal Navy submarine base in essentially in Glasgow. And that's one. I mean, it's not quite on the map, but it's to the south of us. We're far away from it. It's considered. And number 2 is, well, I'll happily deal with the threat, but I've only got 2 Tigerfish. That's not exactly a full complement of weapons. Now, if I had lots more Tigerfish, I might be up for it, but I don't.
Con sonar, Sierra 4 is classified as merchant.
Alright, that's 3 submarines identified, and this Charlie 1, Sierra 3, is making I guess a bit of noise, because we've got a reasonable location on him right now. 3 cruise missile boats, not that far away from... Well, I don't have to check the range, but I would dare say that they are close enough to be very worrisome. Let's see... It doesn't really tell me. I could get my my guide out, but I don't really think I want to. This is not even the Shadok. Okay. Yeah, that's not good either. It's really not good. Yeah. So the Echo 2 is noisy, which is fine, but the Charlie 1 is not noisy. It says it's semi-noisy, but it's not that noisy in the context of everything, and they can fire submerged. Yeah, similar to a Victor 1. Okay. So right now I'm deliberating. Do I want to go on the offensive? Do I want to, like, try and tackle 2 of them? And
Come right to 004 Helm I.
If I were to at least land the Tigerfish on them, that might knock them out, so they may not be able to continue the fight. And if they're about to launch on HMS Clyde, if I take 2 of those 3 out, that could make a big difference to my base. So I think that's what I really want to do. Let's check the depth. Okay, both above the layer. I think.
Make depth 4, 5, 8, dive I.
I'm going to get above the layer. I'm going to traverse north. We're going to see if we can get that a little bit closer to them. And then when we're closer, we'll drop down. We'll fire off the 2 Tigerfish at the juicy-looking targets, and then we'll bug out of there. What could possibly go wrong, right? We'll see. Right, I'll pause the recording while I reposition, so I'll be back. So I think in terms of how good the shot is, we really might not get it any better than this. The Sierra 1 and Sierra 2 are almost line abreast formation, it looks like. The Sierra 3, I don't know where Sierra 3 is, but it'll be around, not that far away. That's primarily an anti-ship ability, but of course we don't know what the Soviets can do with those cruise missiles that they're carrying, or those missiles. And yes, some of them are going to be short-ranged. The Echo 2 and Charlie 1 can be modified to carry much longer-range weapons. So, the fact that 3 boats have gotten this close to HMS Clyde is in itself a little worrying. I think what I want to do, I'm going to introduce them to my friends, Miss Tigerfish, and
Make depth 550 feet, dive by.
her twin, also known as Miss Tigerfish. So, we're going to go ahead and turn back towards them now. I might lose acoustics on them,
Come left to 304, helm aye.
but I know where they are. And what I'm going to do is reposition, and we're going to launch. Now, we are very close. This is going to be a little messy, but here's my plan. When they fire on me, because they will, what I want to do is use their torpedoes against them. I only have 2 Tigerfish. There's no reason why those Tigerfish have to go for me. I mean, how many times have a Mark 48 followed me? Or a torpedo, a Tigerfish followed me. They've only got set 65s. I should be able to get away from set 65, 65Ms fairly easily with a numpty shuffle or 2. And I'm willing to bet that those captains are less experienced at evading set 65s than I am. Now, I may be wrong, because, I mean, I'm frequently wrong. But my plan, we're going to give these Soviets a taste of their own medicine. Now, I'd love to take out all 3. I think I can damage 2 with a fair amount of certainty. And you have to damage them enough such that they can't launch. And I've massively weakened the ability of those submarines to fire at the UK. That's my plan. Let's see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and accelerate time here. We're going to be the aft of these. Yeah, there's the Charlie 1. We're going to be behind them.
Con, dive at 550
So
feet,
I'm
dive
a
by.
little nervous here because a lot could go wrong. A lot could go wrong very, very quickly. And it's one of my videos, one of my missions, so that seems likely. But maybe, I mean, I get lucky. Maybe they'll be okay. I don't know. Let's take a view from Sierra 2 looking back. There's this Charlie buddy. Accelerate time. Do we see Sierra 3 yet? Not yet. Actually, what depth is Sierra 3? About the same depth, okay, which is good. So, when we're getting very stinking close, switch back to me. There they are. Oh, there, okay, that's all 3 of them. I think what I want to try and do is use the Echo 2's torpedoes against the middle guy. Oh, getting awfully close here, David. This really does feel like what could possibly go wrong territory right now. What are their acoustics on me? Echo 2 should be able to hear me. I'm going to drop my engine to 0.
Make turns for 0 knots, maneuvering aye.
That may help a little bit, but with only having 2 torpedoes, I don't think I can kill any one of these with just one shot. I think it's going to take a couple of hits to sink one. But like I say, if I just damage them, then maybe I'll score enough damage that they'll sink to the bottom, or they'll end up shooting themselves. But what I really want to do is just get between them, and that's going to be risky. Now, this doesn't work. What I'll end up doing is they fire at me from this distance. Those torpedoes are going to require me. And I'm going to have to charge in and just get up really close and really personal with them. It's a pretty risky strategy. I think, logically, I should try and preserve my boat. Let's accelerate time here. Okay. They really...
Con sonar, launch
Okay.
transient from Sierra 1.
That's not great, but hey, it could have been worse.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
Alright, let's just run to
Make
flank.
turns for 3. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1. Come left to 267, helm aye.
This torpedo, they're coming right at me, so I'm gonna go ahead and...
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4. Last bearing 0 4 8. Contact faded.
I'm gonna dump the nose, basically. I'm gonna
Passing 600
increase
feet.
my depth. Now, I fully...
Con, fire control, we've lost the
I fully
wire.
expect to lose the wire on that
Passing
torpedo, and I did.
700 feet. Passing 800 feet.
Okay, getting to the surface.
Passing 900
That's
feet.
weird.
Passing 1,000 feet.
Well,
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 2 4 3.
I got away with it. Really?
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 3 3 0.
It seems the Russians are more inept than I
turns for 2 0 knots.
than I gave them credit for.
Maneuvering
I fully expect this Tigerfish to turn around and bite me. But right now it's going for the Echo 2, it looks like. So, okay. I mean, that's fine. Let's get my depth back up to
Con
550.
sonar noisemaker bearing 2 2 6.
Passing 1,000 feet.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 2 8 0.
Passing
I
900
think
feet.
we'll put my speed. Okay, there's a chance this Tigerfish is going to go for me now.
Passing 800 feet.
Very big chance it's turning right towards me.
Con sonar.
Yep.
Torpedo in the
Look at
water.
that.
Torpedo in the water. Bearing 2 3 0.
Color me surprised, it's going for me. Drum
Passing
roll, everyone.
700 feet.
Yay,
Con sonar
yay.
noisemaker bearing 3 2 1.
Con, knuckle formed.
I suppose that was probably going to happen, but now we're just going to have to get real close and personal to the enemy submarines.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 2 0 0.
So I'm going to go ahead and turn hard towards the tail of this Charlie 1. In fact, we're actually going to slacken off the
Con
turn.
sonar noisemaker bearing 2 4.
Here comes
4.
the Tigerfish going for me. We'll switch the external view, and there it is. I'm going to go ahead and turn away.
Con, knuckle formed.
I'm going to drop my depth, just to tweak my depth just a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to go level here. Now there's a chance that this Tigerfish will go for a Sierra 1 to the Charlie 1 that's to my southwest. No, it's come back at me so far. But I'm going to mix it up close to this, to Sierra 3. Yeah, it's right on me again. Okay.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 3 0 9.
Con,
Just
knuckle
dropping a
formed.
bunch of noisemakers and knuckles, I guess, just to try and get away from this thing.
Maneuvering, making turns for 3 2
Why haven't they fired more torpedoes?
Con sonar noisemaker bearing
This is
1
embarrassing.
6 7. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra.
Con, knuckle formed.
Another knuckle. Now, I might be getting a little close to this torpedo, the submarine here. I'm getting a little close, but I think what I want to do is kind
Con
of...
sonar regained contact on Sierra 2 bearing 1 5 6.
kind of cut him off, I think, really.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1 bearing 1 4 4.
How many thousand tons is a chance? 5,000 tons, yeah. So it is definitely bigger than me, but
Con, knuckle formed.
it's not the size that counts, it's what you do with it, right? This Tigerfish is...
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 1 2 3.
I would have liked it if he'd maybe considered going for
Con
something
sonar
else.
noisemaker bearing 1 3 9.
Maybe because I'm the quickest.
Con sonar lost contact.
Like a
Sierra
submarine here.
1 last bearing 1.
Con, knuckle formed.
Let's see if I can get on this guy's 6. He's not fired at me. He's not fired any torpedoes right now. Which I think is sensible because there's a lot going on, and he may end up with a, I would say blue on blue, but it's a red on red kill. It's like I'm in a flat scissors with him. Yeah, let's go ahead and drop my speed.
Make turns for 0 knots.
Because
Maneuvering
he's actually setting himself up for a kill here. Yeah, let's go ahead and fire.
for 5 knots.
Oh, I can't, I'm too deep. That's a jolly shame.
Con maneuvering.
I would have had you.
For 5 knots.
Alright, let's go up to 300 feet.
For 3 2 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Passing 600 feet.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4 last.
I forgot about that, which is annoying.
0 knots.
So-
Maneuvering aye.
It's okay. Like I say, I've dealt with worse, and I'm
Passing 400
on
feet.
top of him now. So I mean, that's completely fine.
Make turns for. Make turns
My
for.
speed
0
down.
knots. Maneuvering aye.
Looks like I might have got something. Go ahead and fire.
Make turns for 5 knots.
I
Maneuvering
lost
aye.
the wire immediately because, of course, I'm going backwards with my
Con
nose
sonar,
up in the air.
launch transient from Sierra 2.
Sierra 2 is firing on
Con
something.
maneuvering. Making turns for
So,
5 knots.
Did my Tigerfish kill any of these guys? I don't know.
Make turns for 3. Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Let's take a look.
Make depth 550 feet. Dive
Yeah,
by.
like we got one. Okay.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1. Last bearing 0 7
Now-
6. Contact is in the baffles.
I set this Tigerfish to run
Con
active.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 2.
Turning away.
Last bearing 1. Con sonar no longer
So
cavitating.
if this torpedo
Con
decides to
sonar
turn around and face me,
regained
I'm in
contact
big
on
trouble.
Sierra 1. Bearing 0 7 9. Come right to 0
Okay.
7 9.
Another pass.
Helm aye.
It's looking good. Looking good.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3. Last bearing 2 0 6. Contact is in the baffles.
Nope.
Con sonar regained contact on. Con sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 2 1 7.
Seriously? You're gonna go for me again?
Con sonar. Sierra 3
I mean,
is
why?
cavitating.
Why? Why are you going for me? Well, I know why,
Con sonar lost contact.
Con knuckle formed.
but that's just really harsh. And I've got to do this the old-fashioned way. In fact, there's a torpedo coming in at me from this Echo 2. That's a set 65, but hey, it can still hurt me.
Con sonar regained contact on. Sierra 3. Bearing 2 3 3.
All right. Well, we're gonna go head towards this Charlie 1. It's actually a little deeper than me.
Making turns for 3 2 knots.
Down to 800 feet.
Make depth
Yeah, he's more like
800 feet.
750.
Dive by. Make depth 750 feet. Dive by.
He's wounded, which means he might be sinking. I don't know.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 1 2 0.
I'm not going to worry about it too much. But this Tigerfish is really after me now.
Con knuckle formed.
Alright, that torpedo that's just gone live, if it's going to circle, which it's
Con
not,
sonar regained contact on. Sierra 2. Bearing 1 0 8.
so maybe going to go for one of the bad guys. And meanwhile, this guy, this wounded Charlie 1 in front of me. Okay, so he's a good target.
Con knuckle
Set
formed.
65 is looking to go for this much shallower boat. Let's see if it hits any second now. Alright, that was a blue on blue kill,
Con
or
sonar
at least
noisemaker
hit.
bearing 2 5.
Con knuckle formed.
That's very good
Con
to see.
sonar noisemaker bearing 1 5 9.
I am out of weapons, but the fact that we've managed to wound 2 through 1 torpedo, and right now the 3rd torpedo is threatening me. Although it might go for this Charlie 1 that's just been clobbered. No, it's come back at me. Okay. All right. Well, that's fine. We're going to follow this guy around.
Con knuckle formed.
He's managing to maintain his depth at least. Point the Tigerfish towards somewhere else, and it might go for Sierra 3. I think it is, which is wonderful news. Because both of them
Con
have been...
sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 0 8 2. Contact is in the baffles.
Both of them have been clobbered by something. I'm going to sit in this guy's baffles and just ping him, although Tigerfish might go for me
Con
now.
sonar regained contact on. Make turns for
How about
2
ping, Ivan?
0 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Hey!
Con maneuvering.
Sierra 3
making
sunk.
turns for 2 0 knots.
Interesting that his own...
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 0 7 7. Contact is in the baffles.
His own torpedo is effectively what caused him to be sunk. No, I think this Tigerfish is perilously, yeah, it's now acquired me. Okay, let's go back out of flame speed.
Turns for 3, 2 knots. Maneuvering eye.
It's acquiring either one of us, and I don't know which one it's acquiring. So I got a plan. I'm going to bring this thing in closer. I'm going to do a numpty shuffle, and we're going to radically pop up towards the surface, and hopefully the Tigerfish will just acquire Charlie 1 that is still at depth. I don't see any problem with his plan whatsoever. Nothing could possibly go wrong. He certainly hasn't got live torpedoes left or nothing like that. He's just trying to get away from me. He's not exactly happy with being chased by a swift shore. And good for him, because he's heard about me. This is not really how you're supposed to use an SSN.
Noisemaker bearing 016.
But
Knuckle formed.
there goes my. No, I think I'm a little too far away, but we're going to go ahead and just rapidly reduce
Passing 700
my
feet.
depth.
Knuckle formed.
Another knuckle for what for the sake of
Passing
it.
600
I
feet.
don't think this has worked. I think it's too far away.
Passing 500 feet.
Yeah, pretty sure that it's
Passing
not
400
worked.
feet.
I was too far
Con
away.
sonar, we are cavitating.
I don't see the torpedo chasing me, but the HUD's telling me that it is. So,
Passing 300
right,
feet.
well that didn't work.
Con sonar, no longer
There it
cavitating.
is. Right, it's
Passing 400
it's
feet.
going for something, but not going for me.
Knuckle formed.
Maybe it is. Right, that's knuckled it away. Let's get my depth down.
Passing 500
So
feet.
we're going to keep descending. We're going to get down to 1,200 feet, because if I can get behind my Tigerfish,
Passing 600 feet.
it's got a chance of just going for the Charlie 1. Although right now it's going for a
Passing
sinking ship.
700 feet.
Con sonar,
Passing 800 feet. Passing 900
It's
feet.
like, is there a way that this torpedo could do anything less useful?
Passing 1,000 feet.
Well, there probably is, but
Passing 1,200
I
feet.
think this torpedo's going for the wreck, and
Make
very
depth
disappointing.
750 feet. Dive by.
oh. What did I do there? I must have inadvertently pushed it down somewhere. 1,400 feet, well, that's way below test depth.
con sonar, noisemaker bearing 091.
Okay, now, that's good. I've got the attention of the Tigerfish now. It's coming down, so I've got to get my depth.
VLS is empty.
Okay. My depth back up to 700 feet. I think I know what I was doing.
Knuckle formed. Passing 1,300 feet.
Let's go ahead and get to 700 something feet. That will do me.
Depth 650 feet. Dive by.
That's got the Tigerfish. It's decided it wants something else now. Right underneath this guy.
Knuckle formed.
It's okay. I'll do another
Con
knuckle
sonar,
here.
lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 309.
Knuckle formed.
That's his active sonar
Passing
then.
800 feet.
I think I'm going to bug out. I
Passing 700 feet.
know my plan was to sort of
Passing 600 feet.
mix it up with these guys. I've damaged one, I've sunk one,
Passing 500 feet.
one way or the other.
Make turns for 15 knots.
See if we can bug
Maneuvering
out.
eye.
Passing 300 feet.
Cleanly bug out, I should say, because I think this Tigerfish is tracking a wrecked. Let's see if I can take a look.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 263. Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering
It's going for the Charlie 1 now. So what I got to do is
Come left to 059.
moving away at 15 knots. I shouldn't cavitate at 100 feet at that speed.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 261. Contact is in the baffles.
So my hope is that the Tigerfish will not bother acquiring me. They're just going to acquire the Charlie 1, and it's heading right at it. So This may yet work, although I'm...
Con, dive at 100 feet. Dive by.
not going to hold my breath, because I think I'll just drop a noisemaker,
Con sonar,
like so,
noisemaker
close distance.
bearing 268.
Tigerfish turns away and it's going to take a sniff at me. So far nothing. There is a noisemaker that's maybe in the way, but maybe not. No, it's below it. So I want it to turn around and have another go at the Charlie one. Because it's going to have another go looking at me somewhere up there. There I am. Okay, it's ignoring me. Good. I might be able to get away with this. So it's turning around. Let's see if it's going to acquire. Yep, I think it has. Running in for another pass, but I think it got distracted by a noisemaker. Okay. Let's switch back to me. I'm gonna just
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 264.
I really want to hobble away. I say hobble away. I'm just out of
Helm right
weapons.
107. Helm I.
If we can score a hit with this Tigerfish, that's good. Now the Echo 2 is nowhere to be found. I don't know. It's not a loud boat. I can probably find it and get up close. But he's got the right idea. He's decided, yeah, I'm done with this. I got something else, anything else to be not here. And so off he goes.
Con, helm, steady course.
And good word to him. I could run at ultra silent, ultra quiet mode, but if I really could do with putting a bit of distance between myself and this Tigerfish.
Con
See
sonar,
again.
noisemaker bearing 272.
Another noisemaker from the Charlie, so he's fully defensive. About the range where I can consider, yeah, dropping to
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
quiet. Let's go ahead and drop to ultra quiet then. I think.
Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 279.
I think I'm far enough away.
Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 070. Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 2.
Yay!
0.
He got one. He took a hit. And I think we got him. We did. Good lad. Will you look at that? I did not think that would be possible. That's a real sight. Well, reluctantly, I don't know that I really want to push things any worse and try and go for this Echo 2. I don't have any offensive weaponry. He's only 5,000 yards away. We've probably spooked him sufficient that he's maybe bugging out. Is he moving away from me? He is. So I can easily catch him. And I can also let the Royal Air Force know, hey, can you send a Nimrod or two over here? Here are my coordinates. I think discretion's the better part of valor here. So I'm going to go ahead and disengage. I'm going to head back to base. I don't think this Echo 2 is interested in fighting. And I'm out of weapons. I got nothing left. So, with that in mind, I'm going to call it for today's mission. But yeah, that was rather exciting, don't you know? The concern I have is they're pretty close to HMS Clyde. So that's one of those things where they're about to strike HMS Clyde or the shipping or something around there. And what did I not detect that maybe also slunk away? Still, that's for another day. So thanks so much for hanging out. Hope you got something from this. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.